I got stones on my gold, I got loads in my safe. Had a 7-figure summer, so I'm putting on some weight. Said I'm getting thick, so I put it on display.
But it's around here, I make a joke, everybody laughs. I know I'm funny, but I'm not that funny.
Yeah, I just ran a checkup on myself. Some days I just have to check up on myself. I'm so icy, got that GG on my belt. Thank the Lord for my people in my health. Lost a lot, but I came out with no L's. Thank the Lord for my people in my health. And I'm fine as hell from my head down to my nails. My man tripping cause I got another cell. He still buy me YSL. I could get it by myself. These I could get it by myself. I could get it by myself. These I could get it by myself. I'ma get it by myself, yeah.
Hey everybody, it's the coach, and this is Madden 20 on EA Sports. Coming up, we've got a good one between the Buffalo Bills and the New York Jets. I'll be back with you again with scores around the league at halftime. But kickoff right around the corner. And standing by to call the action, here are Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
From the stadium that hosted Super Bowl 48 back in 24. Now the kicker, Brandon McManus, about ready to get us started. And this one is underway here on EA Sports. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over. They will be led out by a second-round pick in 2019. Out of Missouri, it's Drew Lock.
Ready. 53, Mike. Let's go, D. Big series right here. We got to step it up.
Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's second down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So flag for the contact, pass interference.
And I know that you're going to look at me and roll your eyes, and rightfully so, because you know what I'm going to say. Doesn't the defender have a right to the football as well?
No, I don't like defenders.
That's because you spent too much time with me. Okay, I'll side with you on this one. Here's the correct call.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. This is Joe Mixon, 4th in the NFL in rushing last season. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And they get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Now a stoppage here as we've got a Bill shaken up on the play. Boy, not what you want to see in quarter 1 of the new year. We'll be back. Now Joe Mixon. Well, this week 1 matchup pitting a couple Empire State rivals, no strangers to each other. They were both original members of the AFL, the American Football League, way back in 1960 to 1969. It's been a close series. Bills lead it all time, 62-55. And, of course, both of these franchises really feel like they have their quarterbacks of the future in Josh Allen and Sam Darnold. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 23. Mixon with a first down carry. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. A first carry now for Rex Burkhead. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. Quickly now, a look at the Buffalo defense.
One of the great things about outside linebacker Levante David, his ability to be multi-dimensional because he can do things at all 3 levels of the defense. Sometimes he acts like a defensive end, other times like a strong safety. In any event, he always finds himself around the football.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. That's already the 3rd time they've looked his way on this opening drive. He's caught 1 of the 3.
That doesn't mean they won't continue to go in that direction. It feels like they think they've got something good going there, and they think those numbers are going to increase.
Well, all offseason, probably a lot of thought goes into that first drive of week 1. They didn't get the touchdown, but at least they got something.
And what I like about it is that they didn't overthink it, because you're exactly right. A lot goes into the offseason, the preseason to get to that first drive of the regular season. They went right downfield, mission accomplished, points on the board.
This fielded at the 2. And a good effort on the return there. Gets them across the 30 to the 33-yard line. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now a first-time Pro Bowler from a year ago, Lamar Miller. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 11 yards and a Buffalo first down.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. Escaping the pressure right. He hits his target. It's the tight end, Toilolo.
Let's go, baby.
25 yards that time.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
Now the pass, and it's into the arms of Hopkins. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays. A first down carry now for Miller. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. They'll throw out wide, complete to Sanders. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. From 13 yards out. And the Bills have taken the lead. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And he'll get into the end zone to make it a 5-point game. And the formula there on the 2-point try to go 5 wide, not even the option to
defense. What you're trying to do is make sure that someone, if they're going to catch the ball, make them catch it behind you because they run out of space with the back line. But in this case, the offense figured it out.
And New York set to take the field. They finished off their opening drive of the campaign with a field goal on the last drive. Now they'll search for a touchdown here on this go-around. 1st and 10. Here's Locke. He finds his target, Beckham. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Mixon with it.
You got it. You got it. You got it.
1 quarter in the books. 8-3, our score.
Go. 50, plant.
Focus, defense, focus.
Locke going to try and throw on 3rd down. And that is incomplete. More problems here on third down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on third down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit. So make the decision to kick it on 4th and inches. That close, and they decide not to go for it.
Well, but short of going for it, I think they got as good of a result as they could have gotten.
Yeah, if you're not going to go for it in that situation, yeah, that's exactly what you're looking for.
And they'll get him down up past the 15. 11 yards and a Buffalo first down.
I guess it's good we can't really read the mind of the defensive coordinator now, huh?
Had him pinned back there deep, give up that run. Can't be happy.
Yeah, whatever's in his mind right now, we probably couldn't say over the air.
And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. That burst good for 20 and a first down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Now Rodgers. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And yes, he found Toilolo. 11 yards and a Buffalo first down.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Tackle made there by Mason Foster. Looking to throw on second down. Rodgers, he's got the first down and more inside the 40. And finally taken down at the 30-yard line. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 30. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. Working from the gun, Rodgers. He's got the hook up here to Deshaun Jackson. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. That catch now puts him on the doorstep of 500. It's his 499th reception. On play action, Rodgers. They'll roll him out right. It's complete. It's Fitzgerald. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Throwing again on second down. Rodgers looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Emmanuel Sanders, the intended receiver. And it's third down. An incomplete pass on second down leads us to 3rd and inches. Here's Rodgers. Flush to his right. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. 1:55 left to go in the first half of play. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. And he takes it in across the chalk for a Bills touchdown. Lamar Miller taking it in. And the Bills will add on to their lead.
Oh, this is what I love about calling these games. 4th and goal. This is all about leverage, who wants it more, and who's going to get it done at the point of attack, the line of scrimmage.
Extra point from McManus is good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut it. All right? So you got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field in this drive.
Fourth punt, try to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And he is going to score. It's a pick six and a Bills touchdown.
Well, partner, I do know this. If you're a defensive back, you have more chances to make a team now than way more than before. That was a nickel package there, and what a pick-off.
Why is that? Why are they using that more?
Because more people are throwing the ball on earlier downs than ever before. This has become a passing league, and because of that, more defensive backs on the field on most plays.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Joe Mixon and the rest of his offense making their way back onto the field. And I'm wondering if maybe they don't go away from him on this drive a little bit. He's been great, but they haven't scored a lot of points.
I think they still have to show him as a threat. Make sure he touches it a few times. But as you pointed out, use him as a decoy a little bit and get the ball in the hands of some other people in order to put more points on the board. But he's done a really nice job of establishing them with his running.
Yeah, he's established himself well. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Levante David. And he will score. Touchdown, Buffalo. That pick six extending this lead even further. And boy, it's been a while since I've seen a team struggle this badly in the first half.
I think all they want to do is get to the locker room, try and regroup, and come out to start the third quarter. But if things don't improve fast then, I think the backups get a lot of play in the second half.
So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You get
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Now Locke. Caught here by Griffin. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. On third down, Mixon. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down.
We often talk of situational football. Let's just call it team football. The defense did their job, got off the field, brought the punting situation, so they're turning the ball back over to their offense. You think those guys will get along very well right now? Of course they will. Defense helped the offense. Now it's their turn to take it downfield.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now it's Rodgers setting up the screen for Miller. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the second down play, they burn the timeout, making them sweat out the final few ticks here in the second quarter. So negative yardage, a loss of 3 on second down, and that leads to a tough third down call. To throw, it's Rodgers. So we're at halftime here in the opener of the 2019 regular season as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the third. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Out come the Bills now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spend the entire halftime just working with them on here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. Going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Here's Rodgers. Going to throw again. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. To throw is Rodgers. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins, 53 yards, as his guys continue to pour it on. I know this defense knew it coming into the game, Charles, and they know it even more now. DeAndre Hopkins is a tough cover.
And anytime you see him out there and there's less than double or triple teaming him, take a shot with him. Just what you're talking about. If he's such a tough cover, one guy's not going to get it done. Throw the ball out there. Let him go get it.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. The Pro Bowler Odell Beckham, the intended receiver, and it'll bring up 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. And they've got the hook up. This is Olsen. And he'll be stopped here well short of the first down at the 24-yard line. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they've rallied and made the tackle.
Here's Jamie Gillen now as he's on to punt for New York. Here's Jackson. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Getting set to go again, DeAndre Hopkins marches back onto the field. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
54, Mike, 54. Here we go.
On play action. Now Rodgers. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. DeMarcus Lawrence picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Lamar Miller. They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on 3rd down.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tashawn Gibson, and he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. They'll try to get the run game going. This is Mixon, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Throwing now is Lott. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Odell Beckham that time. And it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Clock now to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Von Miller able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
Yeah, they just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of them. He spins through. 12 yards on the return that time, and the Bills will be backed up to start the drive. They'll have it 1st and 10. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because
it's caught inside the 25. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins, 85 yards, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he will not make it to the goal line as his try for 2 is going to come up empty. But that's little consolation to this defense as they have been porous all game long. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Lott going to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
And we're into the 2nd half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. With it is Jackson. A good return there, 17 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Play action. Now it's Rodgers. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this 3rd quarter. DeMarcus Lawrence getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Back now here on EA Sports. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. Going deep for Hopkins. It's caught inside the 25. A big play here for the Bills. 57 yards. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people...
And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Lamar Miller, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Bills capitalize on the fumble and turn it into 6. McManus's point after is good, and that will extend this big lead. Well, it wasn't a one-play drive, but I think they'll take it. The scoring summary, 2 plays and into the end zone. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. That throw good for 4. It's second down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. To throw it is Locke. It's caught by OBJ. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 45-yard line. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 45-yard line. Here's Locke to throw. Dumps it off to Mixon. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 23 yards on the play.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
This is Mixon on the draw. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
A good throw here, finding Pascal. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. Locke going to bring the offense up 1st and 10, and he's hit on all 5 of his pass attempts on this drive so far. Mixon, and a short pickup there down to about the 9. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. On 2nd and 9, Locke. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down, Locke. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen as a defense is well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I counted them. Did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead? And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on,
Lamar Miller, the 30, past the 20, and they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Turning into a really good performance on the road. Week 1, you're just hoping for that first win. It's tough to do it away from home, though, but they're looking strong.
It certainly is. Any road win in the NFL is a great road win. I mean, it just does not matter whether it's supposed to be tough or not. In this particular situation, how great will they feel leaving with a win on the road against a team?
And oh, he takes off with it. It's a fake. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line.
I know we could sit up here and dance around it a little bit, but going for 2 in this situation, somebody doesn't like someone else. There's no doubt in my mind.
Well, what they couldn't see is you lean back in your chair and you went, that's not a good decision. They didn't get it, though.
Yeah, I don't think you can just say, well, my kicker's hurt in this spot. No, okay.
70, Indy. Block 54. Let's go, defense. Let's be grip.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets them back now for second down. So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Greg Olsen was the intended target, and that'll make it 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Locke. Now a desperation throw deep downfield, and he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Justin Coleman, and his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. So after the INT, it's Rodgers. He's going to loft one deep left side here. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. DeAndre Hopkins, the Pro Bowler, the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Miller. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. They'll run with Miller. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down. Now the Bills will use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Rodgers looking to throw. He's going to look deep end zone for Hopkins. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. On play action, it's Rodgers. He'll let this go for the end zone. And it's knocked away and incomplete. So it's a victory here for the Buffalo Bills. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great